Good evening, good evening. We had a beautiful day here in Alabama. The sun is setting. We're about 77, 78 degrees, I think, outside right now. We got to around 85. We're going down to 59, they say, tonight. I think everybody will be okay. Should be enough residual warmth in the shade house from all the mass and everything. I think it'll be fine. There's not much breeze, so I'm not too worried about everybody getting any cold or feeling colder than that. I've been inside the plant room in here working. Sorry, I'm out of breath picking up stuff, moving it around today. I've got to do a final coat of paint. I think I've got all the shelves and racks in like I wanted to. Let me give you a quick rundown of what I got. There's two exhaust fans. Both of them are 800 CFM, I believe. From what I can tell on the labels anyway. This one right here, the hose is open and exposed at the ceiling level. The heat's going to rise in the room, collect at the ceiling, so that was going to pull air out of the room. And it exhausts up and out the roof. The second one, which goes up and out the roof, comes through here. And it's made so it'll pull air in through the end of the fixture, cool the fixture, through the duct, cool the fixture, through the duct, and out through the roof. So I can control the temperature of and both these light fixtures are 600 watt. You can use either metal halide or high pressure sodium lights in them. I'm going to start with metal halide to start and see how we do. You can adjust these down from 300 to 450 or to 600, each one of these ballasts. So we have anywhere from 600 watts total wattage at the lowest setting to 1200 watts at the highest setting for the light in this room, which should be enough to crisp and cook everything in here very quickly if we don't maintain fans properly and everything else. Probably way more light than I need, and I may end up taking one of those out and just using one in the center because I think it's probably going to be plenty. I do want to try it with the spread though and just see how it works. Back down to the room anyway, there's an oscillating fan in the corner, and I think I'm going to have to put another oscillating fan here to make sure we get really, really good airflow. Need to get that big piece of driftwood out. The room's about 11.5 by 9. I've got 2 full shelves on that side, 2 full shelves on this side. The upper one stops here, the lower one continues over. There's 2 sections of chain hanging off the wall in front of this rack, which should be a great place. I saw this on Orchid Dana. Love that idea. I told Dan I was going to take that idea. Thank you, Dana. I love that idea. I need to cover one of these with like Telumnias. Anyway, there's a rack right here on this wall. Piece of driftwood staying in the corner, and I don't want to shine you into the light too bad. So there's another big rack on this wall right here. Goes down and sits on top. On top of the brace. There's a rain barrel that sits in this corner also. It's a brand new 40 gallon. It's been bleached and cleaned out. I've got 400 gallons sitting of water outside. I've got 2 rain barrels outside and my trough. You can see them right here through the window. So all I got to do is open the window, bring a hose in here, drop an electric pump in a few minutes I can transfer 40 gallons of water. That's not a problem, and keep this one full during the wintertime. This should stay the room temperature, whatever. I mean, it may take a day or so for it to adjust to room temperature if I fill it up the first time. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it up here while we're warm outside and keep it in here. It won't hurt. The water will stay fine in here for a while. It's going to do 2 things. One, it gives me room temperature water to work with, and my room's at 80 degrees. I should have close to 80 degree water here. Although it is sitting on a concrete floor, it may keep it a little bit cooler down on the bottom, but I should have some nice water. I shouldn't have to worry about having to warm up the water or heat the water anyway. I don't like to water them in the wintertime. I don't like to give them cold water or something straight out of the tap, or cold rainwater even for that matter. It also is going to provide a little bit of thermal mass, I'm hoping, in this room, and provide some humidity also, because I can't take that off at night, let the humidity come out of it, let the moisture come out, and at the same time I think it's going to provide some thermal mass. Once it gets warmed up and the room cools down at night, that should give off some little bit of retains warmth. The floor has primer on it. It's epoxy primer. I need to put the final coat, but that's the last thing I'll do once I get everything hauled out of here. I've got to touch up some brackets, touch up some trim. I want to caulk and seal. I don't want any bugs or anything to get in here. Last time I brought them in during the hurricane, I don't remember if I showed it in the video, but I had ants came through the corner. This is my shop outside. Came through the corner, found a hole. I guess we had so much rain, 15 inches of rain. Ants found all these plants sitting in here, and man, within a couple of hours I had a stream of ants coming in here, and they were setting up in some of my pots coming in inside from all the rain. So I had to fight them for a day or so in here. anyway, I want to get all that sealed up and make sure I don't have any issues with that anymore. So I'm putting a good spray in here also. After I get everything painted, the walls are finished painted, everything's cleaned, I'll do the floor, and then I'll do a quick spray. I need to do a door frame, and a door has to be painted also. But then I can do a quick bug spray in here. I spilled a bunch of water moving that in. Made a mess. So, like I said, I got to get everything cleaned up, finish up the paint up, touch up some brackets and a few things like that. But I'm real happy the way it turned out. These ought to be a real good space savers, I think. I think they'll be great space savers. You can hang a lot of plants on those, and I can anchor it down to the shelf if I need to, but so it doesn't move around too much. But even control the light on them by keeping them on which side of it, you know, I can keep away from the light fixtures themselves. I'm hoping anyway, and by adjusting the height on them and everything else. So I'm hoping that's going to be a neat little idea. I loved it when I saw it. So anyway, I just wanted to give everybody a quick update. I'm just working bit by bit by bit. Doing what I can, and thank you for all the comments. Thanks for watching, and I guess I'll be back here another day or something to show you as we start getting moved in. Thanks again. Have a good evening.